It was about the players who were on the pitch today or yesterday for Chelsea. And there's one player in particular that this podcast has been just like over the fucking moon about. And he finally started, and he came away with a goal and an assist. And I'm saying it's no time like the present. This guy's got to start, if he can, every single week in the Premier League. Like, pick your poison on what you want him to play in every week. But in my opinion, like, he's got to start. If it's whether it's in the Premier League or the Champions League, you pick your spot and you say you're starting every game right wing for me. Mila, do you feel differently about Estevao here?
I'm not going to act like I've been watching Chelsea games lately, but I am a big fan. And yeah, if he's starting to get involved more, then it's a no-brainer for me. The guy has to play. That was kind of the big thing that we were complaining about from Maresca on the pod. I think collectively.
Yeah.
I know Grant had his own issues from time to time, but for the most part, I agreed with a lot. But yeah, Estevao needs to play. There's a reason you brought him in. There's a reason he is so highly touted. And there's no better time for him to adapt than now, when there's not really expectation, and let him shine when there's a chance to. I think it's pretty simple for me. Just give him the minutes to develop. If that's the game plan for Chelsea, you got to fucking play the players that you bought to develop. It's simple. Yeah.
Yeah, Facundo, do you before you get into your soliloquy, because I bet you have a soliloquy on Estevao. You probably you should. He's fucking awesome. Facundo, Estevao for you, is that a player for Chelsea that can kind of springboard them into the next phase of whatever their rebuild is, or is this just like a flash in the pan to you, just this season?
I don't think you can the answer to that question with this board. So I mean, I would imagine he stays on this team, like he should. But you never know. Like, if they feel like they can profit off of him and they buy some other youngster that they feel like is better, you'd never really know. But I would keep him in my team. I still think the more he plays, the more likely he will look like he can struggle against the physicality over a longer period of time, I think. So there's probably that you have to take into consideration when you're managing his minutes. But for the most part, like, if he's showing that he can handle it and he's being productive in his minutes, then, like, reward the form, I guess, because what's the alternative out there? I know I'm not going to get Grant started on Neto, so, like,
perfect segue.
Play
perfect segue, really, because that's my whole argument at this point. I understand the physicality aspect. He played in an incredibly physical league. Every time I'd watch comps of him when he was at Palmeiras, I was getting scared that he'd get his leg taken off every week. But it's a different level in the Premier League. It is different, and I think from the time he signed until now, he's already grown leaps and bounds there. I mean, you saw it in the goal he scored. He immediately creates separation from Tyreek Mitchell, an experienced defender in the league, and outpaces him. Maybe took an extra touch, but he's still able to put the finish away. And like you just said, Facundo, what are our other attackers doing in that situation? How many cutbacks would Pedro Neto do before hitting it out of Selhurst Park? You know what I mean? Like, I saw more quotes with Rosenior talking about pretty much exactly what we don't want. And, oh, yeah, we got to make sure this, that. And I think he's just really well-spoken. We don't ever get into that with me on this. But Estevao is so much better than our current wide options that there's really no excuse. And like Dylan was saying, these are incredibly crucial games to pick up points. Our schedule in March is disgusting. These are the perfect games where we're talking about it earlier with Arsenal. You don't have anything to unlock a low block. That's the type of player that unlocks a low block. I mean, you saw in the assist too, the 1-2 he plays with Joao Pedro. There's an understanding there between the two players, obviously, but I'm sorry, Neto doesn't have that. Neto does not have that. And I'm looking at the foot mob on my screen right now. 10 green ratings Anyone want to have a fucking crack at who had a 6.4 and got taken off?
It was Neto. I saw the
number 7. And I'm also glad that throughout that game we stopped funneling him chances, because that's really when we see Chelsea kind of get frustrating. It's when they're side to side and then, oh, it's a 1v1. It's Garnacho. It's Neto. When it's Estevao and it's a 1v1, you're, oh, wait a minute. What's he about to do? And he's going to try and neg someone and lose the ball. Sure, he will go right back and do something again. He will just keep going. Like, we saw it last year with Madueke, but there's still no end product with him. With Estevao, it's different. This guy's different gravy, and I don't care if he's 18 years old. He is better by a mile than every other wide option we have as of right now. So he's got to play if we want to win games. Obviously, there's going to be certain games, especially when Cole Palmer is available, where maybe you don't need Estevao, but especially with Cole Palmer out, you need that in your attack.
Yeah, not to harp on recruitment, but when we talked about Patrick Dorgu earlier, that's what Pedro Neto is. A guy that you can put in a big game and ask him to run his socks off and play off the back foot.
He'd be a sick wing back, by the way.
When you ask him to do the extra stuff, he doesn't got it like that. And Estevao's got it like that. This kid is wicked. Like, I don't think we've... I'm going to say something, and I might regret it. I don't think we've seen a talent like this in the Premier League in a long time. Like, I just don't. I can't think of a talent like this where I am like genuinely turning on Chelsea matches to watch a player, because I think that he is a outright superstar. And the fact that he's not playing week in, week out is a disservice to the Premier League. It's a disservice to Chelsea. I watched Lamine Yamal play for Barcelona week in, week out. They're the same fucking age. Like, just play the fucking kid. Let him get all the experience in the world, because the worst thing that happens is this year we find out that Estevao physically isn't ready enough for the Premier League. And you know what you do? You just reduce his minutes from there, and you tell him, hey, this summer, that's what we're working on. Go to the World Cup, do your thing, and then we'll just fucking figure it out from there. But
this kid literally mogged Lamine 2 months ago. Like, not to say he's at that level. Lamine's been doing it for a little bit now, but that is the type of talent we have. Yeah, he's got to play, man. And again, he's just so much better than every other winger. Like, I cannot emphasize it enough. I cannot watch Neto, Garnacho attempting to take on their fullbacks. It's tough. I don't enjoy it.
I don't either. As a neutral, I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy it as a rival, though. It is very enjoyable watching you guys do that week in, week out, where I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Facundo would love for that to be the case in a week's time from now, where, you know, you guys do some stupid shit like that.